we are to remain consistent with our thesis that we are going to be living in a blockchain-empowered, blockchain-built world, and digital assets are going to be the bloodstream for that new wave of democratized finance. Then, in our estimation, now's a good time to start looking at advances, at least from an investment opportunity, not so much just obviously a functional opportunity, but investment opportunities in the emergent innovations within digital asset cryptography. Right now, I know this gets a little bit deep for folks that are just learning about blockchain and crypto in general, but the second part of that conversation is understanding how it works, and you don't have to really get into the nitty gritty, but understanding that like encryption methodologies and encryption algorithms are utilized in the consensus mechanism of blockchain. So there's been a lot of press, at least in the last couple of years, here and there, studies coming out regarding the threat that quantum computing poses, right? And I know Liam did a good chunk of research for us in exploring where this might lead in terms for investment opportunities. And we don't want to be naysayers here, but we actually feel that advances in encryption are going to be market driven. And I think it presents a great opportunity for the next wave of digital asset investors that might have felt that they missed out on some bottom activity on the assets themselves. So Liam, do you want to talk about a little bit about what maybe some of the pitfalls of asymmetric encryption are going to hold for Bitcoin as our computing processing power and quantum computing starts to emerge?
Definitely, yeah. So more to kind of preface the discussion, I think the sentiment at Artisan Funds is more that the upcoming risks of quantum computing that its continued development poses over the next couple of years. We're definitely first and foremost seeing that as a great investment opportunity. So the idea is that with the development of quantum computing, the current methods of encryption that blockchain and different cryptocurrencies are protected by, they are going to be at increasing vulnerability over the next couple of years as the different possibilities of quantum computing come about and come to show the world what the true possibilities of this new technology are. And so with that, some of the modern encryption methods that Bitcoin and the rest of the digital asset ecosystem, as well as blockchain technology, what that rests on is asymmetric encryption and symmetric encryption, as well as elliptic curve cryptography as well. So in thinking about those in terms of the quantum computing risks, it's believed that quantum computing is going to have increasing capabilities to be able to guess the private key passwords associated with each of those encryption styles as the technology becomes more developed. So
right, and that's due to the fact that these algorithms they're not single use, really. Effectively, they're not a one-time pad, which previously has been sort of functionally not very practical.
Right.
But yeah, Liam's absolutely right. So I know that's a lot to take in, but we figured we'd start the conversation now, at least in the public sphere and at least within our community. So what we did was we want to take our community, we want to take our clients and our investors along for this discovery as well. So we published and we put it out in a press release, got picked up by Yahoo Finance and a few others day before yesterday. We published a digital asset guide to cryptography. Not an in-depth, multiple layer, scientific or mathematical paper, but this is designed for investors to start providing them with a bit of familiarity to some of the concepts around that, because we're going to be starting to look for market-driven solutions and market-driven innovations that can help protect a growing digital asset architecture for the long term. So you guys can find, everyone can find this on the Sarson Fund's webpage. We started a category for digital asset security, and it includes two things. One, it includes our light paper that provides an overview of some of the aspects and issues that are going to be involved as cryptographic solutions for digital assets start to emerge. And the second is a handy guide that is available both in printout and online form. So we do want to let our community know that this is going to be an area and a space that we're going to be taking a very active research approach to. And as we continue to make our discoveries, we will be most assured to present and provide those in as transparent and clear way as possible to our investors so that they can keep an eye out for these types of opportunities as well.